All right, so we're live, so we're gonna get right into it. We're just gonna review Drake's Scorpion album. I'm gonna review side A of the album, which is generally seen as like the rap side. I'm gonna do one separate video of the A side, and then another separate video on the B side of it. So this project starts off with track one, Survival. Now this is a great intro track. The beat doesn't do too much, like it doesn't take away from like the lyricism and the bars in this track. Definitely a lot of shots. He mentions like his past beef with Diddy and Meek Mill as well, and he takes some like subtle shots at Pusha T too and Kanye, like really subtle. But they're there if you search for them. And overall, just a great track. Only runs for 2 minutes and like some change, but still thought it was great. Great way to start off the album. Not as great as some of like his previous intros, like his intro on like Take Care. But I thought it was a pretty solid intro for the first track. Now track two is Nonstop, and I really don't like this track. Every time I hear this, it reminds me of that guy in the video, the super hot flame guy, like the rap parody. Like I felt like he was just freestyling in the studio and like did not give like a care in the world, but like one of like his worst freestyles. So yeah, don't really like the song at all. Moving on to that rest of the album. Track three is Elevate, and I really did enjoy this track. Definitely one of my favorites from the rap side of it, and it's very melodic. It's a rap song, but it's very melodic, and I love Drake sitting on here. And just the instrumental was so like haunting. I just love what he did with this track. So definitely one of the better ones on the track A side of the album. Track four is Emotionless. Now this is definitely another highlight of the rap side of the project. Just straight bars for like 5 minutes, and it's over a soulful instrumental. And I love when Drake and like the sample in the background and like the singing in the background. I just love when Drake goes off on these really soulful tracks and just starts rapping for like 5 minutes. Kind of reminds me of what he used to do like back in his mixtapes, back in his like early mixtapes. And I don't mean like if you're reading this, I mean like Comeback Season and Room for Improvement. I mean on the especially Room for Improvement. If you haven't listened to that mixtape, go back and listen to it because if you're a fan of like rapping Drake and like over like these kind of beats, listen to Room for Improvement, and then you'll definitely see like where like Drake gets like the influence for these kind of songs. So overall great. Definitely probably one of like the best songs on the rap side if you're thinking like just straight like lyricism. So moving on, we have the singles from the album. It's God's Plan and I'm Upset. So you know what I did. So the next track is 8 out of 10, and I have like a hate love relationship with this track because like the instrumental is so like grand and like huge, and like the chorus is great too. It's like just for true, you just got rich again, referencing Kanye's bar at Drake. Um, but the thing is, I feel like he could have snapped more, like just lyrically with the pen. I feel like he didn't like go off more. Like I feel like this is the beat you should like just straight on, just like bars upon bars. But no, I feel like it's just like he's trying to make it like a stadium song, but it didn't really work out because it was weird because it's not like I feel like Drake should have done like the chorus and then just like straight like bars and then the chorus, instead of just like I don't know. I feel like he didn't like really go in. Like he's mentioned like everyone is gonna press play, and obviously because Drake is like such a huge artist. But I feel like you should have just went like straight on top of like bars, and I feel like that's why people are upset because they didn't get like full on like just bars on this track. So yeah, moving on. These are two of my favorite tracks from the album, and they're like back to back, so it makes it great. I feel like these tracks should have been earlier. It's track 8, Mob Ties, and track 9, Can't Take a Joke. Track 8, Mob Ties being the more melodic of the two. Definitely love what Drake does there. It like switches from like him rapping to him singing, and I feel like wasn't Travis Scott supposed to be on here? I don't know why he was left off, but maybe Drake felt like his original, like the version, not his original, but the version with him just on it by himself was better. But definitely two of my favorite tracks. I love Mob Ties, and I love Can't Take a Joke. Can't Take a Joke being the more serious song, and like he just goes off on this track. Like definitely one of the highlights. Definitely wish we had more of these tracks where he just like straight up just like fucking like well I curse or whatever. Just straight up like rapping. Sorry for any kids watching, but like probably not. But just straight on like rapping. And Mob Ties, I love the instrumental on that. It's so crazy. It's like a fun party song mixed with like a rap song. So yeah, overall love these two tracks. Alright, so moving on to the last three tracks of the rap side of the project, we have Sandra's Rose, Talk Up featuring Jay-Z, and Is There More. Now, not to talk them in any order, but I feel like track 12, Is There More, just based on the instrumental and what Drake was like saying, like talking this shit on this track, I feel like this could have been or was supposed to be the Pusha T diss, or it definitely could have been the Pusha T diss because he's just spitting on bars. And the instrumental is like really haunting, and I feel like he should have went off on this track because he's going off on everyone, but they're like very recitable like jabs. I feel like he should have just like straight out just like this is the instrumental to do that shit on. I feel like he should have just gone off on there. Track 11 is Talk Up featuring Jay-Z. don't really feel like repeating the track when I listen to the album. JC did have a few lines though about X's death and about Zimmerman still walking in Florida, but they killed X. Interesting contrast there. I know like it like raised everyone in social media like yeah Zimmerman's a piece of shit and honestly shit deserves to be in prison for what he did, and they just shot X who was just trying to buy a motorcycle. Track 10 Saunders Road is just pretty much Drake going off again on a soulful instrumental, really complete song. So yeah, overall that's the rap side of the project. I did like it. I feel like Nonstop should have been like not in the track listing at all. I feel like Travis Scott should have been on Mob Ties. Overall, I thought